Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to talk about an opinion I've had for a long time and make a sort of video essay, but a short version of it. As usual, I remind you not to dox me and that everything I say in this video is my opinion. Also, I am a small channel, so, if you like this video, consider subscribing and leaving a like. Every kind of support is appreciated. Having said that, let's start. So, as you saw in the title, today I want to talk about the Y2K aesthetic and why I think it's soon destined to die. I also want to talk about how Newjeans contributed to this process. Before diving into this topic, I guess we should define what is the Y2K aesthetic. If you Google this term, that's what pops out. Y2K is an aesthetic that was prevalent in popular culture from roughly 1997 to 2004. Some of its aspects include tight leather pants, shiny clothing, silver eyeshadow, spiky up DOS, Oakleys, gradients, translucence, and blobitecture. Most Y2K aesthetics rely on the use of technology and slick futuristic looks. Y2K aesthetics are mostly classified as a subcategory to retrofuturism, but some elements also cross over with vaporwave, since it shares vaporwave's angst towards late-stage capitalism and its nostalgia for a future that never came. Now, when we think about Y2K and K-pop, the first group the majority of us think about is Newjeans. Hybe was able to encapsulate perfectly the essence of this concept. The Newjeans aesthetic, in my opinion, is a perfect mix of two elements, a 2000s retro internet aesthetic, and a nostalgic vibe of a past we never lived. Of course, these two different vibes are more or less present in different songs. For example, songs like Hurt, Ditto, and even Zero have more of this nostalgic aesthetic I have talked about. Instead, songs like Attention, Hype Boy and OMG evoke more of an early 2000s vibe. Now, we all know the success that Newjeans have been experiencing up until now and how this concept was appreciated by the general public. And it's not only about the aesthetic, even their music has this chill R&B vibe that recalls perfectly the Y2K concept. The K-pop industry works in cycles. One thing goes viral, everyone chases the trend, then it gets oversaturated and slowly dies out, just to become trendy again after a few years. A perfect example of that is the girl crush concept. It was already a pretty big trend in K-pop, but Blackpink made it extremely popular and everyone started to chase this trend, and guess what happened? It got oversaturated, people got tired of it, and now the girl crush trend is kinda dead if you think about it. In my opinion, the attention that Newjeans brought to this Y2K trend is gonna have the same effect that Blackpink had on the girl crush concept. We are already seeing it getting oversaturated. More and more groups are trying to chase after this aesthetic. Perfect examples of that are G-Idol's latest comeback Queen Card and XG's Shooting Star comeback. But, if I dive deep enough, I bet I can find more and more elements of this aesthetic in more and more groups. And I see this trend becoming bigger and bigger in the future. How long will this trend survive until people get tired of it? That's a good question, but I have no way of telling. But, in my opinion, it won't be as long as you may think. Another question you may have is, will Newjeans flop once the general public will get over the Y2K concept? If you ask me, even when people will get tired of the Y2K concept, Newjeans won't flop. Just like Blackpink were able to still be relevant despite still following the girl crush concept, Newjeans, being the blueprint of this new wave of Y2K and K-pop, will do just fine. But I might be wrong and maybe no one will care about them next year. Okay, I hope you like this video format where I collect my thoughts about something and I express them in a small video essay. Even though it's a little different, I had a lot of fun making this video. Let me know what you think about what I talked about. I am really curious to read your opinions. I remind you to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Bye bye.